Swatches, and welcome back to another video. On today's video, I will be reviewing the new Makeup Revolution London Friends Collection Turkey palette. This palette is super cute and I'm really excited to share with you guys all of what it has to offer and also how I created today's look. Before we get hopped into today's video, don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you can become a part of the Goddess family. I love you guys so much, and let's hop right into it. So we're gonna go ahead and clip the hair back first. Ooh. I am so excited about this palette. It's just a really cool, different type of palette. If you are a fellow Friend fanatic, if you love that show, you'll totally get the reference. Also, Turkey Day is right around the corner, so I figured what better palette to review than this one right here. We're gonna go ahead and open her up. How cute is this? Now this does retail for $12 at CVS. I picked mine up in store. So I'm gonna go ahead and open the palette. It does open kind of sideways like this. I love that it has a mirror. I love makeup palettes with a mirror. I just feel like it's essential because it just makes your life so much easier. This is what the inside of the palette looks like. It is actually really beautiful. Now the packaging looks really funny, but the color story is, oh my gosh, gorgeous. I love the fall time vibes. It's definitely good for everyday wear. I'm gonna go ahead and do a quick swatch test before I start playing with this makeup. We are gonna go ahead and dive right into this first shade right here, Autumn. I'm gonna go ahead and swatch her right here. Oh my gosh. Normally, light colors like this are really hard to show up on my skin tone. And this pigmentation right here, payoff, is already, I'm screaming like, okay. I'm pleasantly surprised, really happy about that. We're gonna go ahead and go into the next shade. It does have like a little bit of a glitter to it. Not anything crazy. This one is the shade Leaf. Okay, so this is what I thought the first one was gonna look like, where it's just a little bit harder to see on my skin. That's okay though, we're gonna keep working down the line. We're gonna go into the next shade, which is shade 28 Minutes. It's a really pretty brown shade. Okay, you can actually see a little bit more of the shade color Leaf when it's paired next to a darker shade, so I like that. Now we're gonna go into the next shade, which is another like glittery type shade. More in a brown color, and it's called Moo. I knew I was gonna like Moo because these shades always show up really good on my skin, these darker shades. I love that it has like a little bit of an iridescent glitter to it, so it's not a true glitter. It's more of just like a shimmer without the fallout, if that makes sense. So I'm really liking that. Now I'm gonna go in with this like darker maroon type shade called Vegetables. It's almost like the same shade of a beet in the pan, so we'll see what it looks like on. And it's cute, it's giving. The storyline is really beautiful here. Like I said, these are really iconically beautiful fall colors. When I think of Thanksgiving, I think of these colors, I think of this storyline, so I'm really impressed already with this palette. I'm using my thumb for the next shade because I'm running out of fingers, but this is another really pretty iridescent shade. It is more on the pinky side. It is called Pies. I'm liking it. Pies is really cute. It's not like overly pink, so I feel like anybody could really pull this shade off and it's not gonna be too much. I like that. I'm gonna wipe my hands off really quickly so I can continue to swatch for you guys. We have 3 shades left. Next shade is a really pretty purple eggplant type color. It is called Full. Full is in like you're full of turkey. How beautiful is that shade though? Stunning. I'm loving it. The next one is a lighter brown shade called 19 Pounds. Okay, it's definitely a lighter brown, which again, lighter colors sometimes don't always show up really well on my skin tone. Last but not least, this really cute dark chocolate shade called Maternity Pants. Woo! There she is. So these are all the colors swatched. I'm gonna go ahead and run down the shade names one more time. Autumn, Leaf, 28 Minutes, Moo, Vegetables, Pies, Full, 19 Pounds, and Maternity Pants. And there you have it, folks. These are all these beautiful colors. Now, I don't even know what look I really want to do. I know I want to go in with Autumn first, just to put all over my lid, and then we'll kind of see what happens next. I'm just going to take a fan brush and putting the shade Autumn all over my lid. I really actually oddly like how this is angled. I know it's like a weird flat because it's kind of slanted, but when you think about it, when you do your eyeshadow makeup, don't you kind of like hold your palette a little like slanted? At least I do. So having the mirror like this is actually genius. Continuing on, I just figured I'd share that because it's actually really nice, especially if you are a fellow creator, because you're able to kind of look here, look in this like side angled mirror and look at yourself in the camera. So it's just like a really good flow right here and I'm digging it. So now I'm gonna go in actually with the shade 28 Minutes. It is a lighter brown shade. I kind of want to put this on my crease a little bit. I know the shade is really light, but I kind of want to just keep it as a really cool transition for the darker shades that I actually plan on using for today's look. Now I'm gonna go in with that purple eggplant shade called Fool, and I'm just gonna put that all over my lid. I'm just working it up slightly, like that. Now with the same shade, I'm actually gonna use this as my bottom lid shade. I know it looks like a bit much right now. We're gonna go ahead and tone it down with some glitters. That doesn't make any sense. How would I turn it down with glitters? We're gonna turn it up a notch. No, just kidding. We're just gonna make it look better. I'm gonna go in with the shade Moo, and I'm putting that and packing it over this purple shade right on my lid. Now, the trick with any glitter, even if it's something that's not a true glitter like this one, is to pack it instead of smudge it. You don't want to blend it out. You want to more pack it into the socket or to wherever you're putting it. Because one, the pigmentation is going to look a lot better and cleaner. And two, it's not going to mess up the color that is right underneath if you have any color or any shadowing that is like directly underneath. I'm gonna go in with another blender brush and I'm just gonna smoke out the end corners of my eyes just because I want to look a little bit more dramatic. I'm gonna go in with the shade Maternity Pants, which is that really dark chocolatey shade. Pack it on slightly to the corners of my eyes. I just want to give myself a little bit more depth. That is what we're doing, and just with like the lightest hand too. Like I'm not applying a bunch of product on my brush intentionally. I don't want it to be too crazy. I want it to be just very subtle and cute. Now for the inner corners of my eye, I'm gonna go in with that shade Leaf and just put it right there, just to make my eyes pop. So I highlighted the inner corner and really smoked out the outer corner just to elongate my eyes. I'm not gonna put anything at the brow bone because remember I put Autumn all over my lid and that is actually showing as my brow bone color. So I'm gonna go ahead and put some lashes, some mascara on, and come back with my final review. So here we have it, the final look. I love how this look turned out. I think this palette is beautiful. I think it's even more beautiful because the price point is amazing. I know a few subscribers had wanted to see a lot more drugstore makeup, and so here we go. This is one of many recommendations of mine for the drugstore. It's super adorable and cute. It is pretty heavy duty. It does have like some squishy styrofoam material in the inside, kind of like a protection for the shadows. And if you're clumsy like me, sometimes you drop your shadow palettes. So this is kind of like a foolproof way to, you know, have a palette that you can travel with that could probably be tossed around in a bag or two and thrown and accidentally falls from your hands while you're doing your makeup and it'll be perfectly fine. So I love you guys so much. Until next time.